Hi and welcome back. Part of the reason that we are so confused about what we should do, who we should be, where we should be going, why isn't life going the way we think it should be going, is because we keep shoulding on ourselves. A couple years ago I was in Ireland and a friend and I were going to write a book together. And we came up with this great acronym for the stuff that goes on in our lives, the CRAP. And the acronym is CRAP. And it stands for Context-Related Adverse Phenomenon. And what that means is when something's happening in your life and you perceive that things should be going differently because you want to get here and you think that you're going all the way over there to get there, then inside the brakes start screeching. But what we don't realize is that when that adverse phenomenon that we perceive is happening in our lives, it could actually be the best thing to happen. So for example, let's say you lost your job and you're freaking out. Like maybe you didn't like your job anyway, but you didn't want to lose it because of this economy. Well, losing that job could be the fastest way to get you to be able to embrace your passion and give you the time needed to be able to develop that and to become the expert in your field where you really have a driving passion. Or let's say you just broke up with your partner and you're feeling low about it. Well, maybe you didn't really want to be in that relationship anymore, but you were afraid to give it up. And perhaps down the line, if you didn't break up with that partner, you never would have met the person of your dreams, or you would never meet the person of your dreams. So everything is leading us in the direction towards our greatest fulfillment. The problem is we have a really hard time in letting go of our attachments. And what most of the modalities that I use do is help you to neutralize the attachment to where you think things should be as it relates to where things actually are. And some of those things are called inquiry, you may have heard of that, or EFT, which I use a lot in my practice. It's a tapping technique. You could use Ho'oponopono, which is a Hawaiian Huna technique. You could also use other things like Reiki and healing touch that help you to release some of the energies that are going on within your body. But today, I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to just show you a very simple way of being able to tune in to what's going on and help you release that just by using a simple piece of paper. So hang with me here for a minute and I'll show you how that will transpire. Before I go though, I'm going to let you know what I'm working on. Most of us have issues with being able to let go and let things be as they are. So rather than working on body image or prosperity or attracting the love of my life, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work on my sheet of paper, allowing things to be as they are, and when I'm finished I will put that up on the screen and show it to you. Okay, so I decided to go with something that was actually bothering me this morning that I worked through. I had been let down by somebody who I had a really huge expectation that they would help me out with something, and it was almost as if my entire world just collapsed. Actually, this happened yesterday and I was working through it. So this was a great exercise for me to do. And what you do on the piece of paper is you write what you want in one column, as you see there, and write that in the present, because you can want all you want for some future eventuality, but what you want to do is you want to bring everything to the present. And then write in the other column what you feel about that thought. So I chose, I am infinitely supported and safe. And so I wrote, so many people have let me down. So then I wrote it again, I am infinitely supported and safe. And then I wrote, I don't feel supported, I feel unsupported. Then I wrote, I am infinitely safe and supported. Same thing, just worded differently. So then I wrote, I guess regardless of what or who has let me down, I have always been supported in some way. I am infinitely safe and supported. Yes, my expectations are of people, but if I take them out of the equation, I have been. I am infinitely safe and supported. Regardless of who has let me down, I have always been supported. I am infinitely safe and supported. Yes, I have always been safe and supported, even when I was most afraid. I am infinitely safe and supported. Yes, I have always been safe and supported. So as you can see with that exercise, as you go down the list of, first you write what you want, the affirmation or whatever you want to be happening in your life, and then you write the resistance on the other side. But you'll notice that as I went down the list, things sort of loosened up and I was able to relax a little. And as you're able to relax and allow both things to sort of exist within your life, then you become more at peace and you're no longer conflicted and you feel more whole. So that's one way of being able to sort of neutralize those thoughts of polarity. And like I said before, there are many other ways of going about doing that type of exercise. That's probably the most accessible to everybody because you don't have to deal with either Ho'oponopono, which some people think is kind of weird, or EFT, or some of the other modalities that people use. So I want to thank you for joining me here, and I hope that you've enjoyed these videos, and please make sure that you sign up for the live call. If you have any questions about some of the processes, some of the things that maybe self-love means, some of the things that maybe some of the misconceptions of what self-love may or may not be, post them and I will address them either on the call or I'll try and address them maybe in the comment box. So have a great day and I will talk to you soon.